So you want to replace this and get rid of this and put a hard piece of ABS instead of this ghetto setup that I've got here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make one of these, and this. So to make that, we've got this 1.5 to 1.5. We've got the original ring, and we have this specialty part, which I had to modify this to make it. You see these little nubs? You cut them off and leave only the round flat part, and I will show you how to do that. So you're going to take this part that you want to modify, and you're going to stick it into another fitting with no glue, just to hold it so you got some better grip on it. And then you're going to carefully hold it, and I use a 4-inch grinder with a cutoff blade. So they're fairly thin, and you cut it on the right side of the line. Use that line on there as your guide, and you cut it just to the right of that line. And there you have it. Cut it off. A lot of it melted on there, so you just break it off and then peel off the melted parts. Then you can pull this out and clean it up. You want this to be really flat, so if you have some sandpaper, or possibly a palm sander works really well. And you take the palm sander and you just sand that part smooth until you have one surface on there that's smooth. Now I started sanding it, and hopefully you can see here it's got some gouges where it's not quite smooth, so I'm going to sand it some more until all of that is gone. Alright, now you can see that it is smooth and even. So then you take this freshly smoothed out piece. I kind of go around the edge real quick just to kind of make sure there's no burrs on it, and you pull it off again. Take your ring from your INTEX, set it inside of the ring. You'll see that it comes out the other end, and you can spin it inside the ring. It's not super loose, but it's not tight either. You could sand it if you wanted it looser, and then you're free to glue this onto any fitting. Glue it on here, you glue it onto an elbow, you glue it to anything you want. Just make sure you leave enough room for this to spin. Don't shove it all the way up against it, which normally it doesn't quite go that far anyway. See, so you're able to spin it, got the flat thing, get your rubber washers already there, and then you can configure your plumbing and glue from there. It's actually not that hard. This is 1.5 inch ABS.